We are back! Yes! With some more Train Sim World. Right, this is sort of a request video, but it is a request I made to myself. So, recently when I was doing a Train Sim World request video, I did the Class 801 from Peterborough to Doncaster. I also noticed that there was a another option on that route, which was the Class 66, which I haven't had up until fairly recently on Train Sim Classic. So, but it is on Train Sim World. So I thought, well, might as well give that a go. So, yes, I'm going to do the same route as before, but I'll do it in reverse. It'll be Doncaster to Peterborough. In the Class 66, and yeah, when I mentioned it, one of my requesters is actually quite keen on seeing it. So yeah, that is what we are going to be doing. So we do their timetable, so we'll stop at whatever stations they want us to stop at. So let's choose the route. Okay, so East Coast Main Line. Right, and we'll do a timetable. So Doncaster to Peterborough, and we'll do the Class 66. Okay, and we will just find part of the route. Peterborough. Doncaster down decoy to Peterborough, eh? Well, let's try and do one at a reasonable time. There's not many of them, is there? So, I'm wondering if this is freight. That's fine. Doncaster. Let's do Doncaster down decoy to Peterborough. Okay, so it's going to take us about an hour and 11 minutes. So we do. Oh god, that's going to be a night route, isn't it? Okay, well, they're all going to be dark. Yeah, they're all going to be dark, so let's... Well, that's it. We'll just have to do what they want. So this is going to be a night run. Okay, we will keep the weather as it is now. So it's a bit overcast, light clouds at the moment. Yeah, and that's more like heavy clouds, so... Okay, so by the time this uploads, it will probably be this sort of time anyway. It's 23.1 Fahrenheit. What the fuck's Fahrenheit? I only understand English, sorry. Right, okay, so let's have a look. So bronze, we're going to get 4,200. Silver, over 7,350. Gold, over 10,500. And... platinum is 18,900 points. I've never driven this before, this loco. I've got no idea what to expect. However, we will see what we can get. Right, so let's get this underway. Right, here we are in our cold, dark thing. We've got about a minute to sort everything out. So I think L is cab lights, H is headlights. We want night running. We need to unisolate the DSD and the AWS. Now I think that is in the fuse panel. Here. That looks like one of them. DSD normal. Is there anything else in this one? Okay, that looks all good. So let's get back to here. Oh, now we've got to go. Right. Reverse the handle. Forward. Oh. Acknowledge AWS. Now that's on. Okay. Now I think this is one of those weird breaks where you have to release it until, see where it says BC on the HUD, that goes down. So there we go, that's the brakes done. Release the parking brake and then we will put some throttle in. We don't appear to be moving anywhere yet. I don't know what that means when that amp thing goes red. I know we're not moving anywhere. Parking brake should be well and truly off. There we go, we're moving now. I don't know what it was waiting for, because that's been 0 for a while. Anyway, we've got to stop at Ranskill Up Passenger Loop. We are in a 40 mph zone. I think we've got about 8 notches on this throttle. It's green. We're on a 40, but we will soon be in a 50. Don't know how quickly we're going to get to anywhere near that speed. Oh, there we go. Let's try and keep that in the green. I really don't know what I'm doing when I'm driving this, but yeah, the braking is going to be interesting. I think, although the bulk of this line is 125, I think this does a maximum of, I think it's either 70 or 75. So yeah, it's going to be, well, yeah, it's going to be a long one. So we're only doing 20 at the moment, and we're nearly at full throttle. I think I might be doing something wrong here. I'm sure I'll be told in the comments for this video. Anyway, we are nearly at the 50 mph zone, and we're doing nearly half of that. Let's go to 8 and see if it goes red. Okay, so we are on maximum throttle there. Let's have a quick look outside. Really not much to see. I can't even see what we're hauling at the moment. We're hauling something, no? Some sort of freight. Anyway, we are at 30. And oh, now we are in a 70 zone. So yeah, I think that's pretty much our top speed in this thing anyway. And the next few lights are... Actually no, we are still in 40. I've just looked, the 70 is the next one coming up. Looking at the speedo in the bottom of the HUD, yeah, we are still in a 40 zone, but we're not sort of... Oh, let's driver vigilance. We go over these points onto a single track. Okay, we are now in a 50. That was the all. That's here. Let's put some instrument lights on and some tail lights while we're here. I think we need the demister. Okay, we are nearly at 50, so let's just ease down the throttle a bit. Oh, I was so busy looking at my speed, I didn't see what that was. Oh, we'll just coast for a little bit. Oh, no, we can go back up because we are now in a 70 mile an hour, 72, which is pretty much our max speed anyway. So we've got away with no speeding. Right, we'll be stopping at Ranskill Up Passenger Loop 80. I don't know, 8 miles, sorry. I don't know where it's going to take us. And how well I can control these brakes either. So for the first one, I'll just do the BC, which is on the HUD there, to about 2, and I'll start that a mile before we've got to stop and just see how quickly it slows us down. Oh, bugger off. Need to keep that fucking thing on because you get extra points. Right, so yeah, it's allowing us another 14 or 13 minutes to get 7 miles, and we're doing 54. And we're in 110 mile an hour is coming up in 2.2 miles. Yes, unfortunately we've had to do it at dark at all times. Unless we were in the middle of the summer, it would be almost dark at this time. Right, so that's a 1,410 points. No need for the wipers or anything. I tell you, for an old loco, it's got some pretty modern digital panels in it up the top there. Yeah, that's now we can cycle through all the views. Okay. Parking bay is released. I can probably do some of that stuff with that, but I just haven't done any due diligence to work out what I am supposed to be doing. Because I'm an idiot. Right, we are struggling to get to 60, despite us being on a 0.5% downhill gradient. And there was a bit of fog there. Finally, we're at 60. So, braking is going to be very interesting on this. And we're getting some flies on the windscreen. What's this thing here? No, nothing. Maybe I've got to tell it I've got freight. Okay, we are now in the 110 mile an hour zone, or very nearly. But we're doing 70. So I might have to slow down the throttle a little bit. Oh, we've got a bit of a glitch there. I think that is the maximum speed we will be able to do. 75, so I'll have to do a little bit of braking there if we're going to get anywhere near it. It went up pretty quickly, didn't it? Oh, it's a very different drive, isn't it? Right, we're running flat now. Let's see if we can accelerate. The brake reservoirs should be... Yeah, oh, there we are, accelerating. God, there's a lot of dead moths on my bloody windscreen, isn't there? I've got 10 minutes to get there. And only 3.3 miles to go. I'll have a look for the wiper controls in a minute. Yeah, I think 75, is that the maximum speed limit when you're running freight on this line? What's that? Oh, double yellow. Oh, we got a speed limit change, right? Okay. Coming out 1.8 miles and a red signal. So let's put some braking on. That's slowing down a reasonable rate. Right, let's drain that off. Cool, yeah, let's... Oh, we nearly come to a complete stop. And wheel slip. Oh, Christ. I don't know where I haven't seen a sander thing. Yeah, I'm getting wheel slip. And it's raining. Okay, I'm stuck here. Where's the sand? I'm still getting wheel slip. Jesus. Let's try that. Slow speed control. There we go. Still getting a bit of wheel slip. But the light is still red. There we go. I don't know if that slow speed thing did it or it was just the sander. We'll leave that sander on for a bit now. But we do have a red light up ahead, so I'm not that fussed about accelerating too hard. Don't appear to be any moths on my screen anymore. The rain stopped. Okay, we have a red signal still in 0.6 of a mile, and in typical fashion it is just before where we're supposed to stop. But I can't see it yet. Well, it is in 730 yards. There it is. Well, because of my ETA, I think this is designed. My ETA has not moved. Oh. It is now yellow. It's taking a while for these brakes to stop working. Well, we are accelerating now at least. I don't know what you call it. It's not a regenerative brake, is it, or something like that? I can't remember. But it's not easy to master. Anyway, we are stopping in a mile. That looks like an 801. And there's a red signal in a mile as well, just over a mile, so that's fine. We've got just over 2 minutes to do this last 0.9 miles. I think I'm still on slow speed control here. It really is slow, isn't it? Oh, that is off. Oh well. It is what it is. I'm probably frustrating the shit out of whoever's watching this because I'm doing it completely wrong. Right, I can see where we need to stop anyway. Let's see how good we are at actually stopping at the right place. Let's just coast this bit. Oh, we've got 50 seconds. No, we can't stop there. That's a bit too early. And we've got 20 seconds. we might be a few seconds out. We just got to stop here. Yeah, we're going to be a couple of seconds late. That might impact our score. But I'm not used to this braking system at all. Not at all. And I've overshot. Right, wait for a moment. God, that was hard. That really was hard. I can see why a certain person was quite keen on me doing this run. Right, 21:30. Oh Christ, I've got to wait quite a while here. Right, okay, well, yeah, we do have quite a lot of freight here. So it's obviously loading up freight or something in this scenario. Let's see if we can find the wipers while we're waiting. AWS, horn, brake release, train length. Parking brake. Engine start, engine stop. Hot plate, instrument lights. There we go. I don't know why we got to wait so long, but there's obviously something to do with that signal. Maybe another train is coming, a faster one. Oh, and there we go. So an 801 has gone straight past. That's what we were waiting for. Oh, that's a noisy windscreen wiper, isn't it? Oh, my tea was not quite on my teacup warmer hot plate. Really good. Purchased off Amazon, and this pint of tea will stay hot all the time it's on it. Right the way to the bottom. No matter how fast or slow you drink it. Yeah, that is auto brakes. Right, okay, so yeah, 4 minutes to go. Maybe another train's coming. We can go somewhere where we got a bit of lighting, so I can we can all have a look at this train. Is there really snow on the ground in the Doncaster area today? As I said on one of Luco's recent videos, I think he was going through Essex, and it was winter, so it was this time of year, and the ground was covered in snow. You know, this south of England, very rarely do we get snow. November ground is normally covered with dirty, muddy rainwater, a load of trash and rubbish and disappointment. Right, okay, so what have we got? Just under 2 minutes to wait. Nice big cab though. That seat there for someone else. This isn't on. I could turn it on. But that did absolutely fuck all nothing. Well, got the little manual there. Everything is. Right, just over a minute. We'll start releasing the brakes about 20 seconds before. They seem to take a while. Nothing flashing up on there, so nothing's isolated. We got our sand on. I don't know what this is here. Airflow indicator. Brake pipe control. Bar, bogey, pressure. Miles an hour and amps. Oh no, we still got over a minute. I read that wrong. Right, now we got a minute to go. Hopefully that light will change and we'll be mostly greens until the next stop. Right, let's release the brakes. Right, I can see the pressure there. Going down to 0 bar. Right, Carlton up passenger loop. Well, it's showing 0 bar, so when are we going to move? Is it when that ampage gets higher? Oh, wheel slip again. No, we did that slow control, didn't we? That seemed to help. But not a lot. Is our sand on? Sand stick on. I can't go. I'm a 1 here. I can't really sort of apply any less acceleration. Let's try. Ah, there we go. Well, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Let's turn that off. Once we get up to a decent speed, there we go, we'll not get any wheel slip. Right, we're going to be in a 25 mile an hour zone very briefly while we cross these points. And turn these noisy ass wipers off. Okay, so we'll just cross these. I'll probably give it a bit more welly here actually. And we will not be stopping for 17 miles. Well, at least we're not having any more wheel slip problems. Okay, we're gradually getting there. But okay, we've got a lot of train to cross over that speed limit before we can go up to 75. 801 again. I'll probably just throttle down a little bit. Oh no, we're all right now. We've got a bit of wheel slippage there. It's probably the most difficult run I've ever done, I think. But then I chose the weather and the conditions and the time of year, so I can't blame anyone else for that. And we've got a yellow signal, or is it a double yellow up ahead? Right, that ETA seems pretty static, doesn't it? So I think we are going to have another red light situation, and let's just hope I can stop in time. So with those amps, this must be a diesel electric, am I right? Right, green light now. That's good. So let's hope we can do a nice sort of incidentless run for a few miles. A bit more lighting. Yeah, we can see that. Nice. Oh, there we go. Look, I heard the driver vigilance from outside, which is a complaint about a lot of things on TSC. However, the realism states if you are in a drone or a crane camera outside, then you're not going to hear it, are you? But, hey ho. Right, 14 miles, we don't have any speed limit alterations. For the next mile at least anyway. Oh, we did have a yellow signal, or double yellow, that's changed to green. So I think we're going to be chasing that. Well, the train that was in front of us did look considerably faster than this one. The speed limit goes to 120 in 2.4 miles, but that's not really going to have any effect on us. Right, we're racking up points for driving under the speed limit. Let's try and get some punctuality points. Our next stop. I think we missed by 20 seconds on the last one because it just took so long for this thing to get moving because of the wheel slippage and the brake discharge. "13 miles, and we have 18 minutes, and we're doing just under 60, so it's a mile a minute, but then we do have a double yellow up ahead, and our ETA is pretty fixed, so yeah, we will be stopping before we get to our stop, likely a red signal. So anyway, let's worry about this. See what this... oh no, it's green. Oh, even better. I like that. It's right, 12 more miles to go. Let's acknowledge something. I don't know if that's a speed change from 125 to 120. But it doesn't affect us anyway because we're freight. Oh, I didn't even see what that station was. Just wanted to see the train lit up a little bit. Okay, we're still green. 115 mile an hour speed drop in 1.8 miles. Well, we're on a downhill, so we might have to reduce the throttle a bit. Okay, and we have a signal, yellow signal, or double yellow, fairly soon. Let's see if we can see if it'll go green. Well, we're going uphill now, so we are not increasing speed at all, and it's gone green. Brilliant. It looks like we are back on the East Coast main line, not a little single track mini branch. That was those points we went across earlier. And the signal ahead is green too. That is even better. "10 miles to go. Green signals to the next 1.6 miles. God, life couldn't get any better, could it?" Another 801. That was an 8011, I think, because it had a lot fewer cars on it. Yeah, we're going uphill, so this is struggling to get over 70. So we've got a bit of moonlight in the sky. That's obviously not enough to illuminate the train from outside. There's our yellow signal. Okay, so let's do the green first. Get over the green. There we go. And this thing doesn't look like it's going to change. Oh, and my powers of prediction were as brilliant as ever. It's just changed. So yeah, if anyone wants the lottery numbers for the Euro Millions tomorrow, I'm your man, yeah? Oh, we're starting to get dead moths smacking the screen again now. We are at full throttle and we're struggling to maintain at 69 miles per hour. I think we're going to, provided nothing major happens, we think we're going to get to our stop on time. We've got 13 minutes. Right, okay, we're on level ground now, so we might pick up a little bit of speed, but we'll keep an eye on it. And we're going downhill, so we might have to reduce the throttle. Is that increasing? Yeah, it's on 0.3. No, it's decreasing. Now 0.5. Might have to do a little bit of semi-controlled braking there. Christ, look at the state of that. Right, back to level ground now. Well, it's looking a bit foggy, isn't it? Yeah, it is a bit on the foggy side, isn't it? Yeah, wow, look at it. So I don't need to use the demister. .6 miles. Yeah, we've still got the threat of a double yellow coming up. We're back going downhill now, so on the 0.5, so let's get ready for a little bit of controlled braking. Oh yeah, these signals are not changing. There's the 801. Let's add a bit more brakes. Probably a little bit more than that. No. They are green. Starting to get a little bit used to them, but it ain't easy. It's still a bit tricky. Right, 4.3 miles till our stop. We've still got 10 minutes to do that. Is that snow? Yeah, it is snow on the air. Picking our speed back up now after that sort of braking that really didn't need to happen. However, we're still on time, So don't worry, be happy, every little thing is going to be alright. Oh, I can't believe I just fucking said that. I think it's actually supposed to be snow flakes on the windscreen. Oh look, another yellow signal coming up. 2 yellow signals coming up. Let's reduce our throttle anyway. See what happens. That's a double yellow. Yeah, and there's a red, right, okay. Let's get some brakes on. So this is what we expected. We've got a little while to go. Let's just reduce the brakes. It's not accelerating, is it? Oh, but now we've got the dreaded wheel slip. It's difficult. Whistle, just to alert people. I think even a tortoise could get out of the fucking way in time. But there's still a red signal coming out in just under a mile. But we are crawling along. Then we got a 40 mile an hour after that. Driving under the speed limit. At least I will get points for that. I'm not far from the gold. I don't think the platinum is going to happen because of my tardiness. Okay, I can't even see that red signal yet. No, 600 yards. Ah, there it is. And it's yellow. Oop. Back to the wheel slip. Can't move at all with his... Try this thing again. Well, it seems to work. I don't know if I'm using it correctly or not. Still got a bit of wheel slippage. Once we sort of get over like 4 miles an hour, we're normally alright. I'm not dealing with this well at all. Right, but we do have another red signal, but I think we are stopping for that anyway. Yeah, that's where we are stopping, so that is not a problem. Let's see if we can stop sort of reasonably near where we're supposed to this time. In a 40 zone, but that's really not a problem. Yeah, because we're going around these points to our little depot track. And that is where we are stopping. And we're fucking late again. Really having a bad time here. Nearly a minute late. No points for being on time here. But I'm over a minute late now. Yeah, well, complete bollocks up this has turned out to be. Still, I'm determined I'm going to stop in the right place. So if it costs me points, then it fucking costs me points. Yeah, I'm going to stop slightly short by the looks of it. Yeah, I just can't get my head around how the brakes work on this thing. There we go, that'll do. Wait for a moment. Right, let's just increase the brakes a bit there. Right, we'll be held at this red signal. Let's increase the wipers as well. Okay, we've got to wait another 3.5 minutes. Yeah, that's why. Again, the old LNER Class 801 takes priority over my extremely important cargo. Alright, just over 2 minutes to go. Everything's red in front of us. I don't know how many miles we've got. I don't know how to bring the map up. I can't remember if it's tab or not. I don't really want to screw something up. Oh, so I'll press it anyway. Now let's contact the signaller. Come on. I don't know why I'm saying come on to a clock, because I can't do anything about it. Right, okay, so what are the odds we're going to get some wheel slippage again when we pull away from here? I can't see what they do look like shipping containers a bit. Yeah, the shorter ones. I was only discussing that the other day. How they should use shipping containers a lot more on rail. That would be so much easier and quicker than using articulated lorries for a lot of it. Right, okay, 25 seconds to go. I sounded like that fucking cringy garage song from the early 2000s. Right, let's start reducing the brakes down. Right, Peterborough platform 2. Right, that's our last stop then. Let's stick this on. We're already getting wheel slippage. But we are moving. We got a 1. It makes no difference at all. Okay. We've got an hour to get to Peterborough. That's 47 miles. Please don't have any red signals. There we go. I think that we've ridden out the wheel slippage. So we've got an hour to do 47 miles, but a lot of that is going to be accelerating up. So we're in a 40 limit now, and then we're going to be in a 25 limit. But only while we get over these points. I don't think we're going to be in any danger of speeding. We're not on a gradient of any sort at the moment. What we got coming up? There, yeah, this our 801. Okay, well, we've got a long train, so it's going to be a while before we get the whole lot over that speed limit change. I think I can hear the things going over the points behind me. Oh, that we're done. There we go. Let's give it some welly. Oh, wheel slippage time. Let's ride that out. Probably driving this very badly. Obviously it's a completely different style of train than I'm used to driving, especially with the braking. I've sussed the acceleration out, I think. You just got to try not to over amp it and avoid wheel slippage, which I've not been that great at doing, but it's got a bit better. Clear the gears changing. Nothing bad on our alerts there. Right, hopefully this will be plain sailing. Right, turn my heater off, my cup heater, because I'm right down at the bottom of this pint of tea. Let's just try and get up to this speed. All I've got to watch it is any downhill gradients I don't go over 75. I think I'm going to be lucky to get silver. Still got to get another 2,200 points to get gold, and the way I've been pulling up late and not stopping where I'm supposed to, yeah, I think that has that's written my epitaph. Okay, I haven't written off the possibility that we're going to get another red signal. I mean, we're chasing the yellows and greens at the moment. Behind that 801, I think we'll be alright. I still got to work out the key in this game for the horn second tone. Yeah, there we go. Look, we're chasing the double yellow again. I only think that 801 might stop at a few. There we go, that's green now. Well, the points are racking up. I mean, I'm only getting 65 or something at a time for not speeding. Oh, I pressed that twice. There you go, 65 again. So gold could be a possibility. I don't deserve it. Right, we're going through the fog. On a cold, snowy night. Here's the back of our train. When you zoom in like that, it looks like we're crawling along, but we're not. Look. Yeah, we're still chasing that double yellow again. I don't know why, because that thing is in front of us is capable of doing 125 without breaking a sweat, and it don't take too long in getting there. I think that it's because it stopped at that. Is that a station up ahead? So what we got here? Is this a single? This should be a double. Oh no, it's green. There we go. We're still chasing it. Okay, so branch line is joining us. Let's see what these next two signals are going to do for us. So we've got a double yellow aspect. Barely, and they're both green. So the 801 has pulled away. Like double the acceleration of this thing. Right, we've got to watch our speed. We're going downhill. Although it's not a ridiculously steep gradient. I'm going to try and not speed at all because it's my only way I can get any points. Oh, now we're going uphill. I don't mind losing a couple of miles an hour here as long as it keeps us under. And we're still chasing the yellows. I was so intent on looking at that I didn't get a chance to see if I could identify the station that we went through. Right, what's the signal situation? We'll find out. And green. I should disable that really, just rely on the AWS for that. It does give you a sort of advantage over a real train driver. But then, as I was reminded in a comment on one of my previous videos, I'm a very amateur train driver who doesn't know what I'm talking about. Jesus Christ, look at the snow. Gotta be careful here because of the gradient. Right, we're back on flat ground. Back to multiple yellows. Oh look, we've gone over 10,000 points. Oh, so we've got double. We are going to have to slow down. Oh no, it's green. I did see a red signal up in the distance. We're still chasing that 801. Yeah, look, they're all green now. Now we're on an uphill. Gradients do change very quickly on this, don't they? Right, next 3 signals, the next mile, well, mile and a half are green. I'll take that. Oh, looks something very similar. I think it was the 66. Didn't quite look at it in time, but I do believe it was. Yeah, because it's this and the 801 are the only available locos on this particular route in this game. It's not like Train Sim Classic, where if you do a quick drive scenario, you can just plonk any old train on there as long as it's compatible. Right, let's get up this gradient, so I'll whack it into notch 8. Green aspects ahead, and a quick glitch, of course there is. Now we're going downhill. Christ, the visibility is getting pretty poor. And there's fog and snow and everything. Jesus Christ. Right, we're on even ground. Let's see if we can get a couple of miles in. Oh no, now we're uphill. Let's see if we can get a little bit nearer to 75 to try and eat away some of these last 36 miles as quick as we can. Oh look, there's a yellow. We haven't seen one of them for a while. They're catching that slow old 801 up. Right, it doesn't seem to be changing. So maybe this is it. Maybe there will be, yeah, so the double yellow and a single yellow. And then there'll be a, and it's changed. I do like having the 8-notch throttle because it does allow you to find a sweet spot to sort of maintain your current speed well as much as possible. But mind you, these gradients are changing all over the place. Right, let's see if we can chase this signal. Yeah, we are. Must have stopped somewhere. And there's a speed limit change. We may get an AWS alert, not that it has got any effect on us whatsoever. yellow coming up by that speed limit reduction. And all the aspects in the next 1.7 miles are green. So we like that. Just a case of watching the speed. How are we doing for time? Well, we've got plenty of time for those. Provided this stays nice and green, we should easily do it in time. That's if I don't have to brake and fuck up with the wheel slippage and misjudge the stopping distance because of the way the brakes work. Yeah, the odds are against me, really, aren't they? Going by the track record for today's drive. Okay, we're on throttle 8 and we are losing a little bit of speed, but there's nothing we can do about that for now. I think we've got the gold. Look, we're on 12,000. 18,000 is the platinum, isn't it? Or 18,900. So that's a bit out of our reach, I still think, and I wouldn't deserve it anyway. Right, so a lot of uphill here, which means when we go up we've got to go down. And look, we've even got a yellow. Right, that's that pint of tea done. And I won't be able to top it up for at least another 31 miles. Despite having a hot plate in here that I could stick a kettle onto. Old fashioned hob kettle. God, imagine how dangerous that would be, having a kettle of boiling water in your train cab with you. Especially when you going around some sharp sudden curves. Right, the gradient is not quite so bad now. There we go. I've just got an achievement for driving any locomotive for in excess of 500 miles. Well, I don't believe this was 500 miles, and I've not driven this before, so interesting where it got that from. Right, we're on a downhill, but not a huge downhill. Let's drop the speed or the throttle. I think there is a station coming up, but we will not be stopping at that at all. Oh, now we're going up. Right, let's try and have a look. We don't have to worry about any signals. Let's just pop that into notch 6 so we don't have to worry about speeding while we just have a quick look and see what station's coming up. Oh, hang on a downhill gradient. What was it, a station? Yes. Can we see? Oh, I'm struggling here. And I didn't get to see it. Fuck it. I don't know if it would have been Grantham or who knows. Right, on quite a steep uphill again, so let's put throttle to 8. So that 801 may have stopped there, which is why we're back again behind the yellows aspects. However, they are going green before we get anywhere near them. So we've got 41 minutes, 39 minutes to get 27 miles. And we should average over a mile a minute at this speed. I said that last time and I was still fucking late, wasn't I? However, we are pulling into a platform. It's unusual for a freight train. Yeah, the yellow's well ahead of us now. Yellow aspect. But we are slightly losing speed because of this gradient. I mean, not a lot. Yeah, we've caught up with the yellow aspects now. Or they want to let a faster train past again, which I can't blame them for doing. There's a double yellow. AWS has alerted me this time. So let's start slowing down. Now, I'm interested to see if this is a yellow or a double yellow. Can't quite see at the moment. Looks like it's a single yellow, so yeah, the next one will be red. Yeah, that is alerting us. So yeah, it looks like we are going to grind to a halt. Let's just carry on for a bit. We've got 0.9 miles and then we've got another yellow. So, God knows what's going on here. That was a single yellow, I'm sure it was. God, this is a dark, eerie old tunnel, isn't it? Jesus. Not that I'm bothered by them, but yeah. I think it's more so than in Train Sim Classic because of the extra detail and resolution. But we're on a steep gradient now, we're not really accelerating all that hard. I've still got no idea what that signal aspect is, whether yellow or double yellow. I'll find out in 500 odd yards. I can see through all that bloody snow on my windscreen. Oh, it's green now. I think I've been very cautious with these signal aspects, but maybe even overly cautious. But you know, the points mean prizes, which amounts to absolutely nothing. But I will get XP in the game. Right, 70 mile an hour speed limit, but well, we're nowhere near that because we slowed down because we thought we were going to be hitting a red signal. And 23 miles to go. Well, we're getting there. There we go. Dashing through the snow on a 4,000 horsepower locomotive. Okay, well at least the aspect's now green for at least another mile. And we are getting back up to a decent speed. And we're back up into a 75 miles an hour maximum speed limit. Still got 32 minutes to do the 22 miles. But don't be fooled by that. It seems easily achievable, but as we've seen, it ain't. Right, we're on a downhill, so we've got to be careful once we get into the low 70s. That is quite a steep downhill as well. That may require some controlled braking. I knew that, you know, having gone up for quite a way, we will be coming down again. Right, let's coast. Let's see how quickly we increase our speed. Yeah, it is increasing. And the gradient is reducing now. We're on 75, just gone slightly over, but a little bit of braking on there. Wow. Those brakes take so long to discharge. Right, and back on a downhill, but not a particularly steep one. Oh, now it's steep again. Yeah, I've got to keep an eye on that. I'm glancing up at the signals. There we go. Managed to sort of brake a couple of miles an hour. You have to hold the brake in the release position until the BC on the gauge reads 0. I think we'll be doing that until this gradient changes. Still, only 18 miles to go. And everything's green. And it's still foggy. Well, the snow's eased off a little bit. Oh, slight glitch there. Back to braking. Christ. It's very hard to see out my window. Move the mouse pointer out of the way, maybe that'll help. Can't get the wipers up any faster than this. They're on maximum speed. Need to blow hot air over the windows. I'm sure this train produces quite a lot of that. This is a long old downhill. Right, the greens, and 80 miles an hour. Time to put a bit of brakes on. That was one click, and I'm holding it now to release the pressure, and we're still braking. I think still braking. Takes forever. There, we finally stopped. Very, very difficult. 801. That looks a bit longer. That might be the 801/2. The one had 5 cars. There we go. I've got reward for driven 66 miles in this thing. So I've got some XP for that. Still on fairly steep gradient, so we are gradually increasing the speed still, but very gradually. £13 miles to go. please don't fuck around with the red signal. Oh, there's a yellow. Oh no, that's gone green. I'll have to look at the semaphore direction for the double yellows. The green is obviously in the top HUD. Green is a vertical. Double yellow on the other side. But we're on this single track here, so we should be alright until we get some points to go back onto the main tracks of the East Coast Main Line. Right, still on a 0.4% gradient. Try and get up a little bit more speed. Get slightly nearer 75. There we go. Well, we should be good. Oh, 74. And we're going to get to 75. Not a bad looking thing. It doesn't look like your classic British rail locomotive. I don't know a huge amount about it. Maybe it's one of these American built ones, who knows, or German. But it doesn't look like your standard BR loco. Okay, finally on flat ground for the last 10 miles, and we got greens up ahead. What's the odds that we will be stuck at a red before we can get onto the main East Coast Main Line track? Oh, back to a gradient. Bloody hell, we're only just over 1,000 off getting platinum. That's going to be unheard of if I manage that. I don't know how frequently it gives you not speeding points. It's a different type of point system to the Train Sim Classic, where you lose points rather than gain points. So this you gain points, especially if you do something like turning on the driver vigilance systems and say other safety systems, which we did. We're on an uphill now, so we might drop a little bit of speed. That's not a problem. We're doing 74 and we've got no speed changes coming up. 8 miles to go too. Now we're on a downhill. And look, we have hit 19,000. We just need to get another 900. But I can still bollocks it up by doing a spad or not stopping near enough where I'm supposed to. So watch this space. boys and girls. Back on a downhill. Yeah, if I get platinum for the amount of fuck-ups I do, that is overly generous, isn't it? I don't feel like I've achieved platinum. I've just been given it because I haven't calibrated the scoring system very well for this route. But I haven't spared once, so that's not to be sniffed at. He says, mind you, look, no speed changes for at least 1.7 miles. And there will be in 2.4, but it's 125, so there we go. Now, I am keeping an eye on the speed because we are on a very slight downhill. But I wonder, 5 miles to go until the end of the route. When are we going to, and we've got to get on a platform, are we going to join the actual main line? Instead of this sort of parallel single track. Or is it an avoiding track? I really don't know. Well, we've got 19,926. We are almost in the platinum. Let's try and pick up a little bit of speed for this last bit. Yeah, well, we've hit 20,000 now. Absolutely not deserved at all. Okay, so there's some speed limit changes. I don't know what it means when there's two of them, but I always assume the lower one. Not that it's going to make much difference to us because we're stuck at 75. Unless it goes lower than 75, obviously. Okay, last 3 miles, and there is a yellow and it's slanting to the left. This might be our stuck in a red bit that I predicted, because we still got like 15 minutes before we have to pull into the platform, and we do have a 70. I reckon we could coast to that. And there is a red. So there's not even a double yellow. So I need to brake. I mean, we've got over a mile. I don't really actually need to brake yet. But look, we've got to get down to 15 miles an hour there. Yeah, we've got about a mile to stop, so that's easily enough. Yeah, let's brake a bit slowly for now. We can always pick up the braking if we need to when we get a bit closer. So we've still got over half a mile to lose the speed. I'm only on 40. In fact, I think we brake far too early. Let's release the brakes. Not that that's a quick operation in this thing. Can't even see that red aspect yet. Anyway, but we're going to be stuck behind it for a while. Ah, there it is. Shit. There we go, we did stop in time. Probably a little bit short of it, but that'd do. We'll discharge these brakes a little bit. Right, we can discharge it fully now. Because we now have a yellow and then we'll be stopping. And we're doing our usual wheel slip. Oh, Christ. That slow speed control is on. And the sander's on. Right, throttle 1 we're moving nowhere because of the wheel slip. There we go. Now we're moving. Come on, we've got to get 0.7 miles. Mind you, we're at a speed limit of 15 soon, so we've got plenty of time for that. When the snow's stopped, right, let's turn these irritating wipers off. Yeah, I can see where we're stopping. Right, we're on a bit of a downhill, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of braking here. Yeah, listen to that rumbling over those points. God, I'll be picking up some speed. See, I've done a little bit of a controlled braking there, but it's taking so long to discharge. The slowest pulling into a station ever. We might actually stop where we're supposed to. Now that bit of turn. Right, yeah, we've got right up the end there. Why we're not on one of those other depot tracks, I don't know. Because we haven't got a single soul on board here, apart from me. Look at the speed we're picking up. I don't know what all these people are expecting from this train when it stops. Look, we are picking up. It doesn't even look downhill, does it? But it is. I'll piss off. Yes, I know I've got to stop. You can scarcely miss it. There you go. This is about the closest we've ever got. Oh, and now we've got to wait for 5 minutes. And then what? Right, that's 7 minutes. I mean, really? I mean, I know we got here early, but I don't think I'm going to get any points. Well, if nothing happens, I will do a jump cut. Okay, right. We are 10 seconds away. So let's see what happens. Wait for a moment. Bloody hell. We're going to pull into a depot area or something, I wonder. So we are at Peterborough. Christ. Ah, and that was it. Okay, right, here's our points here. So that's the distance driven, objectives completed 500. Correct cab setup, NA. Okay, well, I thought it was reasonably set up, but 0 speeding, that's, I'm well chuffed with that. I do normally have at least 2 to 4. No wipers in rain. Yeah, well, there wasn't rain, but I did have the wipers on during the snow. On-time bonus, that could have been better. Accuracy bonus 474, that's stopping at the right place. Yeah, that could have been better. Coupling 0, hard impact 0, junction changes. Yeah, okay, so that was a 2-hour one, 77.58 miles. And we did get ourselves a platinum. So there we go. I don't think I deserve the platinum. And we've gone up to level 19 on here now. Right, well, that was a bit of a long, old, very difficult run. I won't lie, it was. I found the braking very, very difficult and hard to judge. But there we go. That was the Class 66 on the East Coast Main Line from Doncaster to Peterborough. Okay, so that wraps this video up, and we will see you on the next one.